every game I've seen him play, he's played really well. So I just don't understand. But as players, you always get the negativity, so you just got to keep performing. And obviously, the manager must know he's playing well. He's always playing.
Right, Phil, thanks for sitting with us. Mascot, ball boy, and now you're playing in the Champions League final after winning the Premier League with Man City. Can you just talk us through that journey and like what it's like coming up through the ranks here and to be where you are sitting now?
Yeah, I think it's gone so quick, but you don't see many players these days go through the full academy and play in the first team. So yeah, I feel really lucky to obviously come through every age group and finally play with great players and make it here. So yeah, it's been really important for me.
Do you see yourself as a little bit of the pin-up for the academy here? And obviously this complex is magnificent, and you obviously get to see the young players coming through at times when you must be walking around, etc. Do you have pass on experiences, etc. to them young players because you've walked that journey?
I'd like to think they'd look up to me, and believe that they can do the same path that I've done. So yeah, I'd like to think that they would think that.
Your mum and your brother are Man City fans.
Yeah.
Your dad and your other brother were Man United fans, I'm right? What is he thinking now? You've done you're on the cusp of doing a treble and playing for City. And has he turned allegiances? Has he come over to the blue side now or what?
He don't really speak about United much now, so I'd like to think that I've turned into a City fan. So yeah, it must be a bit awkward for him, but yeah, of course he supports me and wants me to do well.
So I saw a picture on social media just doing its round recently with when you were, I think you must have been about 12, 11 years old playing against Reece James.
Yeah, we both look so young.
You look so young, like babies really playing in that game. And you were obviously kids at the time. How special is it playing against players like that? You're at this stage now, the biggest club game of your careers. How nice is that for you to do that alongside people that you've come on the same journey with?
Really nice, just to play against obviously Reece when I was younger, Mason as well. So going to be playing against them in the final. It's just nice to see that the young ones have. You can just go on to make it just like I did. So yeah, it's really nice to see.
So talking about Mason, you mentioned him there. You obviously played in similar positions at times. I think different players, but how good is he? And how difficult is he to
top
play
player,
against?
Really difficult. He's always finding the right spaces. His range of passing is top as well. So he's going to be a great player, and he's still developing.
Have you seen the criticism about him by some people saying that he was like the
Don't understand that. Don't understand it. Every game I've seen him play, he's played really well. So I just don't understand. But as players, you always get the negativity. So you just got to keep performing, and obviously the manager must know he's playing well. He's always playing.
Right, obviously, I was in Manchester for years. I've heard your name said loads and loads when you was coming through the ranks. And obviously, I was working on BT, doing live games, and I was coming to games at City thinking, please let Phil be playing. I want to see this young English talent play. And you weren't playing for a couple of years when I thought, where is he? And I was saying at the time, like many pundits and many people, if I'm you, I'll go out on loan. I can't be patient and wait. I want to go and play. I'm ready now. How did you deal with that whole situation? And how was Pep, by the way, as well? Well,
to be honest, it wasn't obviously easy. For me, I just always wanted to play football, and when I weren't playing, I was just biting my nails at times on the bench wanting to play. But I believed in the manager and what he was telling me, and just believed the process and trained.
What type of stuff would he have been telling you about that situation?
Just saying, obviously, there's fantastic players here, and you will get your chance once people leave. Just keep training well, the best you can, and keep improving.
Because obviously, you're seeing players like Mason going out on loan to Derby, Tomori the same. Are you not thinking they're sitting there getting itchy feet thinking, I wouldn't mind going out on loan?
Well, everyone has a different thinking process. Some like to go on loan and some like to stay, and I thought I'm training with the best players in the world here, so it can only improve me.
Out of them best players, which one, if you could pick one, was the one that really helped you on your way through either watching or talking to you?
Probably Vinny. You can ask anyone, he was a great captain. He just understood every player. Something that the manager would miss, he'd come to speak to you and pull you to the side.
And I had a good time actually talking to Pep, and obviously your name pops up in any interview with Pep at the moment. And he mentioned one thing about you, that he's trying to get you to understand that to change the pace of your game at times. Yeah. Talk me through that conversation and what he means.
Yeah, he spoke to me a few times about it. Just as I play at like a fast tempo. Obviously, when you're young and things, you just want to impress. So, but I'm seeming to understand it more now and understanding what he's saying. I think he just means like like I'd always turn on the ball instead of setting it sometimes. I'd always want to attack. So he's just mixing your game up, and you learn that with experience.
Is that because you want to excite and you want to just do things that are going to impact the game immediately, and you think that turning and facing is going to do that?
That's it. I just wanted to just do the best I could, but there's more things to the game that you need to learn.
And your manager, I look at him like a genius, really. Is every day like school with him? Is there something to learn to take away from a session, or something he just said to you? Can you give us any little insight?
It's just the littlest details, just position of the players. He'll just change it just before the game. When we're preparing for a game, he'll just get us in a meeting and just adapt the movement by a tiny bit, and it makes a big difference. So his attention to detail is really good.
And we saw you score some important goals in the knockout stages of the Champions League this year. How have you found the Champions League in the knockout stages? Because City have found it difficult in recent years to get beyond these stages. They were doing semi-finals, quarter-finals. They weren't getting where they wanted to get. How have you found that, and being one of the main players to impact them games?
I just wanted to get further than I've seen people in the previous years. We've always got to a good stage and just failed on small details. But I think this team now, we're good in special moments. You know yourself, in big games you need a special player who's going to turn up, and I think we have a few of them in our team that can make a difference. You
say you feel no pressure. Being a local lad, Stockport, Iniesta, everyone labelled you at one point. Do you feel a bit of extra pressure?
No, I feel the love from the fans. I don't know, once I get the first touch in the game, the pressure just goes. Obviously you get better nerves before the game, which is normal. But once you get the first touch in the game, I just become calm and just like I'm playing on the streets and enjoying my football.
That's my favourite thing about when I watch you. I look at a street footballer, I look at someone who's sitting there thinking, I could be playing on the streets in Stockport, no problem, but it's at the Etihad or it's at the Camp Nou or wherever it is. What is that feeling like for you when you're playing with the superstars?
Exciting, man.
I think you're going to be a superstar. Don't worry about that. But sometimes you go on that pitch first of all and see the superstars. How do you deal with that?
Obviously, I've grew up like being a ball boy, watching Sergio for many years, and big players like David and Kev, and just playing alongside them is just exciting. I just enjoy it a lot. Like I said, I just play with a smile on my face and don't feel the pressure, and it brings the best out of my game.
I've read a quote from Pep Guardiola saying that you was the most talented player that he'd ever worked with. Someone who's worked with the likes of Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, Lewandowski, Robben, Ribéry, etc. How does that make you feel?
When he first said that and I was in the interview room with him, I was really shocked, because obviously the players that he's worked with is unbelievable. But you know, that just brought confidence on me for getting a love in the sport from a manager like that. It means a lot. So I think that just helped me a lot to just go on and express myself.
And listen, obviously we're going into a summer. Big hopes for England, exciting young talent on show. What are your hopes?
I believe that this England team is going to be one of the best that we've ever had for a long time. A lot of young talent still improving. It's exciting. I feel sorry for Gareth with the team selection. Just looking forward to it. I believe that we can push on and start winning things now.
Well, listen, you're on the right road. You've done it a few times this season in the big games, and good luck in the final of the showpiece.